Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jay Cohn in for Russ Riesinger.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. Tonight, more details revealed surrounding a triple homicide in Great Falls.
3 people found dead, a 4th injured inside an Electric City casino just after 2 o'clock this morning.
Now, the suspect shot and killed by police a short time later right next to an elementary school just hours before class was set to start.
That elementary school, Lincoln Elementary in Great Falls, was later closed for the day as police conducted their investigation. MTN's Jennifer Hausman has the latest tonight.
It was extremely loud and violent. It wasn't a polite knock like somebody was here to visit. And so I got up to see what was going on, and I started checking the rest of my house to make sure that nobody was in my house. And I could hear police sirens throughout the neighborhood going off. I told my wife to call 911 that whoever they were looking for was trying to get into our house.
A frightening start to their Tuesday morning. One man says his family was woken up by the sounds of the suspect attempting to enter their home. It all started around 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. 911 dispatch received a call for emergency medical assistance at Emerald Casino. Emergency responders that arrived found 3 victims dead inside. That prompted a manhunt for the suspect. Around 5:45, law enforcement officers encountered the suspect. That person was shot and killed by officials about 10 blocks from the casino. At a press conference Tuesday afternoon, Lieutenant Doug Otto of the Great Falls Police Department said their primary focus was safety.
Our main focus was the safety of the community and finding the suspect, so we were trying to track him down and continue to focus on that while we are still securing a crime scene as well. So there were a lot of parts that we had to worry about.
Copeland says although the situation was intense, he wanted to make sure his family was safe as well.
Once we called 911 and realized it was a serious incident, and I could hear in the background on the radio that guns were involved and everything, that's when I wanted to move my family down to the basement, to the safest spot possible.
Again, Jennifer Hausman reporting from Great Falls, who tells us neither the names of the suspect or the victims have yet been released.
Well, the man who allegedly threatened a mail carrier with a knife and forced police to arrest him at gunpoint last night now faces up to 40 years in prison. 36-year-old George Limberhand is charged with 1 count of felony robbery as authorities investigate any additional charges. Just after 7 o'clock last night, a U.S. Postal Service carrier reported that a man held him up with a knife, but he was able to break away before anything was stolen. Shortly after, police found Limberhand near North 27th Street and 4th Avenue. Limberhand ignored several commands to drop the knife and forced police to tase him, spray him with pepper spray, and knock him to the ground with a patrol car before finally disarming him. He's being held on $100,000 bond tonight.
Some 3 dozen people gathered on the courthouse lawn in downtown Billings today to express their support for the impeachment of President Donald Trump.
Tomorrow, the U.S. House is expected to vote on 2 articles of impeachment to remove Trump from office. Well, today's rally was organized by Move on Civic Action, a nonprofit advocacy program that, according to its website, has formed a pillar of resistance to the president.
Now, similar protests took place all across the nation today, including 11 other Montana cities. One speaker this afternoon called on Montana's congressional delegation to impeach the president.
So now is the time for Congressman Gianforte, Senators Daines and Tester, and all of Congress to stand as an independent, separate, co-equal branch of government and honor their oath of office.
Now, 2 protesters who support the president also attended the rally carrying a Keep America Great flag.
But the rally did remain peaceful between the 2 sides.
Well, a historic day for Montana's Little Shell tribe. Its decades-long effort to win federal recognition is now heading to President Donald Trump's desk. Today, the U.S. Senate gave final approval to a major defense funding bill. It includes Little Shell recognition as an amendment. The House passed the bill last week. Now, once the bill becomes law, the tribe will be entitled to federal support and benefits through the Bureau of Indian Affairs, Indian Health Service, and other agencies. Tribal Chairman Gerald Gray says he's thankful this effort is finally moving forward.
It's an exciting day because, one, our future generations won't have to take up this battle that we've been fighting for so long. It's truly amazing, and we're very excited and very appreciative to our delegation.
And Senators Steve Daines and John Tester say once the president signs the bill, they want the federal government to quickly start working with Little Shell members to make sure they are treated like any other tribe.
For those looking to be the next Tiger Woods or just have a fun evening out, Billings has the answer. Tonight, Q2's Zoe Zandora brings us a sneak peek of a hole in the wall that's turned into a hole in one.
Tee up, Billings. There's a new indoor sporting facility coming to town, an idea that came to life in just 6 months. From thought to fruition, TJ Roble and his partners took a swing at an idea.
Meet up with my partners every Friday. We were kind of sitting around having a beer downtown, just jokingly talking about we should just come up with the golf simulator business like Topgolf and Billings. And long story short, 6 months later, here we are.
A swing that won't miss when it comes to things to do, even in the wintertime.
You gotta keep your golf game up, right? So in the wintertime, instead of sitting on the couch or in the bar, you can come here and have a drink and sit on the couch almost, and you can get your swings.
Each bed can hold up to 8 players. You can set up tournaments and even play with others at the same time around the world. Year-round indoor activities for all skill levels, paired with something to snack on and a full bar.
We're anywhere from, a professional golfer can come in here and enjoy it, to grandma, the kids, somebody that's never even swung a club will enjoy this. It takes a little bit of, a few 5-10 minutes to learn how to play the game, and then it's fun, it's addicting.
When it comes to a timeline of completion, they're hoping for a touchdown by the week of January 1.
It doesn't have to be that environment where you think you need to be a good golfer. This is a fun place. I want everybody to have fun here.
Soon you can swing in the new year at Back 9 with not only golf, but hockey, soccer, and even baseball. In Billings, Zoe Zandora, MTN News.
Looks like a fun place. Zoe says gift cards will go on sale as soon as next week.
Another nice story tonight. A Butte family finally reunited with its pet last night after the pit bull was stolen and months later discovered almost 2,000 miles from home.
Take a look. This is Zeus being reunited with his family, and he is one excited pup. Let the tears and the tail wagging begin. Zeus was snatched away from his home back in October, eventually was located in Charleston, West Virginia.
Many volunteers from the Paws organization drove Zeus back to his family in Butte. Now we're told, and as you can see, the whole family, even Zeus, is thrilled.
There's more news from across our state. Coming up on tonight's MTN 9 o'clock news, we meet a Montana resident whose art captures great sports moments and history for all to see. Join Jeanelle for his story and much more on the statewide 9 o'clock news tonight on the CW.
But first, on tonight's Q2 530 news, the great outdoors really are great, and health experts say they're pretty good for you too.
And later in sports, hear from Montana's newest world champions after a weekend to remember at the NFR.
And we're getting to that time of year when increased wind can mean increased temperature. We'll tell you what the increased wind is going to do and how warm it's going to get in a few more minutes.
You're watching MTN News with Jeanelle Slade and Russ Riesinger, Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire, and sports with Scott Green. This is the 530 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.